Last week was single prize week, so naturally we've now entered EX week. No, it doesn't mean I'm going to call all of my exes and ask how terribly they're doing after losing someone as great as me. It means I'm trudging through the remaining new EX Pokemon and Destined rivals that weren't good enough to feature before this point. We kick things off with Arboliva EX, who does one thing and doesn't necessarily do it very well. For a single grass energy, Arboliva can use Oil Salvo, which is the move I use on my feet every night to deal 20 damage to any one of your opponent's Pokemon 6 times. That's fine, except it is blocked by Shaman and Terra Pokemon having built-in bench barriers, so it's not fine. Plus, it doesn't hit anyone for weakness, making it even less fine. There's 2 ways to oil up your feet, either using your hands or somebody else's. Also, there's 2 ways to play Arboliva, either with Dusknoir or Froslass. The Dusknoir build is all about ambushing them and using Grand Tree to get your stage 2s into play as quickly as possible. Then you blow up your Dusclops and Dusknoir, setting up KOs for Oil Salvo. There's also a copy of Bloodmoon Ursaluna to deal 240 damage for 1 or 0 energy at the end of a game, almost making you wonder why you're running Arboliva in the first place. Otherwise, the Arboliva Froslass deck is just Froslass Munkidori Budew, except you jam in a stage 2 line plus some grass energy. Whatever the case, I'm going to have to do some hardcore math to win games with Arboliva, and that should scare the pants off of you. My opponent is playing Grimmsnarl, but they just passed. I don't know what that means. Now the question is, do we Iono? We know they have a bad hand, but I don't think I can Iono here. Well, actually I can. I do have that capability. So if I Iono, we save a couple rounds in the chamber before we blast our Oil Salvo. I mean, I guess I have to, because I don't want to lose an Arboliva. We can win by just going fast. Oh, that's fast. That is super fast. We don't have exactly what we need to win, but that's fine. They're going to item lock us. That's okay. We can just go get a... Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay, so Colress gets energy. We don't need energy. Like, we need energy next turn. Huh. I also don't need a stadium. Interesting. I guess I go for the research. Like, we're not going to be able to do very much next turn. So I think it's just end turn and then figure it out. And Bread, welcome in. It's a really good thing we're playing a grass deck right now, because then we can hit Grimmsnarl and everything for weakness. Oh, you can suck my butt. Okay, not great. My choices. Oh, never mind. This is amazing. I take it back. This is no items, a Grand Tree, and an energy, and we can item lock them. Okay, well, we don't need the Artisan, though I can knock out their Budew. This is pretty good. Munkidori sucks, but I can play around the Munkidori fairly easily. Oh, they got no Snow Run? They got no Snow Run, everybody. We got this one. Oh, we got the floating... They did 4 hours of maintenance today, and you couldn't fix the floating bug issue. All right, so let's get Energy Grand Tree. Do we have a Dolliv? We have a Dolliv. Now, the question is that what I do? Because I guess I could give them the Grand Tree, right? We could give them the Grand Tree and just be like, hey, look at my tree, ain't it grand? But I think that's more of a next turn play. And we just go Itchy Pollen. Because I know I have Dolliv. I know that I can get a... Oh, I think I can get a Dusknoir. We should probably check the deck again. Yeah, never gonna let me down. We're on the same wavelength where you should give me all your money. That's the wavelength that we're on. You know, our cycles have synced up. We're on the same wavelength. It's great. And Razor, hey, I should give people codes more often. I keep forgetting to put them in the YouTube video, but I mean, the YouTube audience, they already know. They already know about those free codes. I mean, you can check the chat right now and see those codes. Enter those on PDCGL. They do expire, so be a little careful. Oh, they think that their Munkidori are going to save them. Oh, your Munkidori cannot save you. The Iono is a little awkward, like farting on an elevator. But that's okay. I guess all I do is I just hunt the Morgrem and the Impidimp, right? Yeah, we don't go for the Monkey Dory. The Monkey Dory it's a trap. As Admiral, I was trying to like screw over Star Wars fans and like trigger them. Yeah, Monkey can attack. I was gonna be like Admiral Jin Urso, just as Admiral Jin Urso said. All right, let's go. Well, we can check to make sure that I have a Dusclops. We have Dusclops, we have Dusknoir, we have Iono. Oh, this is, okay. Is there any way that I can like really cheese them here? If we go Grand Tree, and yeah, I can essentially screw them over really big time here, really bigly. We get the Dusknoir. I don't even have to do anything, really. What, I just pop the Dusknoir and that's it? Pop the Dusknoir, knock out the Morgrem. Or do I knock... No, I think I go for the Dusclops, right? Because hang on, how does math work? 120? Yeah, we just go Cursed Blast. We hit the Morgrem. Well, I think we can save the Dusknoir, right? Because we may have to knock out like a Shaman if they have a Shaman. So we do, because this is a perfect 120. Oh, it's not a perfect 120. Oh, it's not a perfect, you've screwed me over for the last time, never gonna let me down. Oh, you've ruined my life. Yes, it was the Impidimp that I should have gone for. Oh, this is the last straw. Oh, you've ruined my... Yeah, I should have put the 50 on the Impidimp because that would have set it up. We've learned something today. You Dusclops the baby boy. Oh, we took a prize. You Dusclops the little one because that sets it up for a 20 damage KO. This is why you should never trust people who give you lots of money. Well, I mean, you should because they give you lots of money. But that's okay. All right, so we have a Dolliv, which is great. And then, I mean, I do knock out the Budew, and then they just have, like, what? Monkey Dory. And we can over-damage the same Pokemon, so that's okay. Yeah, to be fair, I did not face Well, I mean, I faced Grimmsnarl when I was testing Arboliva, but it was the Froslass build, so I didn't have this, you know, situation pop up. And then we can just knock out Monkey Dory, because they probably think that Grand Tree can help them right now. Grand Tree cannot help you right now. And Nick, things happened. Oh, I would not do that. Nick, some things happened. It was, there were some mathematical glitches. Okay, everyone knows that math is the hardest part of the Pokemon trading card game. And yeah, I was trying to keep the Dusknoir. I was trying to be a good boy and save the Dusknoir for a Shaman, but Never Gonna Let Me Down, who's one of the top gifters in the channel, was like, oh no, you just Dusclops the Morgrem. I trusted you. I trusted you, Never Gonna Let Me Down. The only thing that will make me trust you again is if you give me money within the next month. And Slumskull, yeah, I am disappointed that it's like, the joke is that it's an oil salvo, but it's like Arboliva. It's olive oil. It was a trap. Yeah, you can't trust me to do math. You know, you think you need to do math to fly a plane? Yeah, right. Good one. Okay, we don't really have anything that we can do. Because Grand Tree doesn't let me evolve. And they can kind of abuse the Grand Tree. Hey, we got to switch. Get absolutely bodied. PDCGL, more like PDCG awesome. I don't know where I was going with that. All right, so let's just get double Duskull. And then, yeah, I mean, no, yeah, we're just going to leave the Grand Tree. Why would I not leave the Grand Tree? And then we shuffle in the grass, Dusclops. I think just double Dusclops because, let's do that because the Grand Tree might stick. And then we just put all the, well, actually, no, maybe we do let them knock out a Budew, right? They might choose not to knock out the Budew. There is a world where they're just like, no, I'm not going to go for your Budew. I'm going to go for somebody else. Because Budew activates Fezandipiti. I don't think I want to tempt fate here and be like, oh, I'm going to let you knock out that Budew, and then I'm going to draw 3 cards, and then yada, yada, yada. We're not going to tempt fate like that. I have knockouts on the Monkey Dory. I can knock out whoever they put into play. They can't use Grand Tree. I can just take 2 prizes next turn. If they don't bump the Grand Tree, then we win next turn. Obviously, they could counter catcher somebody in the active and be super annoying. But we're in a very, very good position. Jose, Arboliva is interesting. If you get off to a very fast start, the whole point is to ambush them and be like, if you can get off to a fast start, technically you should probably go first. Right? Because you have Squawkabilly, you want to get set up, but I always I always go second, right? I always come second. I Am Legend's mom can attest to that. This does not feel good. Yeah, they just won't have Shaman. It's a shame. Ah, crap. Okay, well, we have Jamming Tower, which I'm glad I didn't play last turn, because then they would have just bumped it and still been able to do all the things. But I have a Dusclops. We're going to come short. But they need double Impidimp. Oh, no, we can. Yeah, we can win next turn, because we're going to soften up a dude. I'm going to Dusclops the Impidimp, because I know what I'm doing now. This is why you got to do testing. But I did all my testing yesterday, and then, you know, I couldn't stream yesterday, and then there was the maintenance this morning. So I lost it. You know, I went over and played Magic, and I'm 3-0 in my draft because I'm that good at Magic cards. It's not because, you know, my rank has reset so low that I'm facing people who just started out the game. And, well, they're going to evolve them. So I have to knock out... Yeah, do we have it? Hang on, do we... Oh, they got a Morgrim? Okay, so maybe we... Oh, no, we do. We still do. We still do. There was no way that they could do this, because I can go 50 on... I can go 50 on the Froslass and then thingy thing, or we can do many thing. So I'm pretty sure we have it. Don't correct me if I'm wrong, because it's more interesting when I find out these things in real time. Don't correct me if I'm an idiot. No, I'm not falling for that. Never gonna let me down. We hit the Pokemon that has the odd damage on it. And yeah, Nick, why don't I have family friendly? I Am Legend, that's not very family friendly. So could you please time out I Am Legend for that unfamily friendly message, please? And there we go. That's game. But yeah, Pumpkin Amy's definitely family friendly. I'm family friendly in spirit. Okay, it's like Goku with the Spirit Bomb. I am family friendly in spirit, and I drop oiled salvos. I don't know. They only did 30 damage. My goodness. Yeah, that's the whole point of Arboliva, is you ambush them and sort of don't let them set up, and then just they do 30 damage. Those are some pretty good top decks, I gotta say. All right, so let's go for Smoliv and Duskull. This is the heavier version of Arboliva. But obviously, we're in a bit of a sticky wicket. We're in a bit of a sticky wicket. All right, I think we want to get rid of Arboliva and Mew. And then what? I have double Smoliv on the field, so we just obviously go get a Duskull. I definitely don't need the Squawkabilly, because all they're going to do is... Oh, so they're going to shut off my items, aren't they? I think that's okay. Seto? What does that mean? What does that mean? Yeah, they're just not going to have it like that. That's what always happens. I don't... Like, what was the thinking between... Oh, yep. Okay, well, there they go. They're going to retreat into Boo. And they're going to Iono me. That's even better. They had the energy. They had everything. That's not fair. But I can get rid of all of my supporters in one turn. That's an option. And Seto, yeah, I have double big. What do you have double? Big toes? Is that what you're talking? You got 2 big toes? All right, they're gonna item lock me. That's cool. Real chill there, bro. Real chill, Jimbus. I mean, we can definitely win because they don't have Snow Runt. As long as... Oh, okay. Well, let's at least set ourselves up for a Budew. I can't get rid of all those research. We're probably going to need them at the end of this game. If I don't want to put a Fezandipiti down. Oh, hey, we got nothing. Cool. Loving that. Love it when I get absolutely freaking nothing. And Duskuslop, do I think Mega Latias could have potential as a hit and run deck? People are saying like, oh my god, I can do so much damage on turn 1 because you can get it powered up with the I guess we can actually put it on screen. That would help. Oh, they're Ionoing me. There's Mega Venusaur. I was going to talk about that first, but everyone wants to talk about Mega Latias. So Illusory Impulse, it's a lot easier to do 300. What the hell is this hand? This hand is insane. So you can do 300 damage turn 1. All you have to do is use Ho-Oh once, attach a Psychic Energy or like a Prism Energy, and then Latios's ability allows you to move all the energy to it, so it's actually pretty goated. But trust your pilot has to think here, and everybody should be worried. All right, so we go Grand Tree. We got literally everything that we needed, and that's insane. And then we go Grand Tree. Oh, I should have checked the deck. No, we have it. We have it. We 100% have it. Never been worried about anything less in the past. We get the Arboliva. And then we do the thing that we were meant to do last game. And we're not going to screw it up. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, everybody? Yeah, we're not going to freaking screw it up. You're not going to freaking screw it up this time, are we? No, we're not going to screw it up. We're not going to screw it up at all. We're going to do all the right things. And we're just going to take 3 prizes. You know, I've been playing a lot of Magic lately, and they say like 2-for-1s is really good if you play a creature that is a 2-for-1. Blowing that Dusclops is basically a 3-for-1. Because we're taking, well, we're not taking 3 prizes, but it's basically like a 3-for-1. You know, it's the coupons that I Am Legend's mom gives out. All right, so yeah, we're just going to do that. I could have let them knock out the Budew, but then that would put them on even prizes. Don't ruin my fun, never to let me down. You know I can't read or do math or think. And slow playing, yeah, Mega Latias, it's just, if it didn't give up 3 prizes, then sure, you can put it in there. I think it will be definitely a single copy in Ho-Oh Armarouge. It's just, it gives up 3 prizes. That's the main problem. It's like, if it gave up 2, sure, you give up 2 prizes, awesome. Thank you. But it gives up 3 prizes, and Lily's Clefairy can knock it out, and Gardevoir can easily destroy. Okay, that's good. So I do not believe in it. One but. All right, well, what do you think we're going to do? Do you think we're going to do the same thing we did last turn? Hey, Jimbus, what do you think I'm going to do? Do you think it's going to be the same thing I did last turn? Okay, so what I like about Grand Tree is that it lets you choose, like it shows you what you got in your deck. I think this is, yeah, we just do the exact same thing. I get an Arboliva, so our field is just going to be double Arboliva, force them to go through double Arboliva, and like I'm just never going to put anybody else into play. So this is just like absolutely destructive on them. You know, how are you supposed to come back from this, especially when I get rid of do I want to get rid? I guess I do want to get rid of the Grand Tree, just because I'm not going to have a use for it. Because I can't put a Duskull down. Yeah, if I could put a Duskull down, then I think I keep it, but I can't. All right, and then we just go, what's that? 8. There we go. It turns out Arboliva absolutely destroys Grimmsnarl. Who would have thought? Though in their defense, I've never faced a Grimmsnarl deck that was able to get Froslass set up. But then again, Froslass doesn't help all that much because you just blow up your Dusclops and Dusknoir before too much damage can take hold. It's more or less for the Monkey Dory. And I would just switch things up and be like, oh, I can attach 3 energy to Arboliva and 1-shot a Grimmsnarl. Little late on that. Little late on the shaman there. So they have to basically get a Fezandipiti and put the Fezandipiti. Okay, I was like, if you put a Fezandipiti in the active, obviously I can't knock that out. But I'm essentially an energy away from winning the game. Yeah, we just need the 1 energy. I attach it to the active, and then we go Oil Salvo, because Aroma Shot does do... Oh, that's great. It will have a minute impact. It won't even live that long. Oh, then we got the switch too, if they try to trap the other one. Again, this is a situation where it's like, if the Arboliva had a 2 energy aroma shot for 140, that would be so much better, because then you could, you know, deal with all these grass wheat decks like Garchomp and Grimmsnarl and Charizard, and any future grass wheat decks. So it's sort of whatever I played last that had a 3 energy attack cost, and I was like, well, if it had a 2 energy attack cost, it'd be much better. If Arboliva had a 2 energy attack cost, it would be so much better. And just like slightly less powerful, because you don't really need to one-shot a Grimmsnarl, right? Grimmsnarl, you can soften that up with your Froslass if you're playing that build, or with your Dusclops, or with your Dusknoir. And they're absolutely... Well, I mean, they can't do anything except put a Fezandipiti in the active. That's all they can do. They have to put somebody with more than 120 hit points in the active. I know, slow playing. That's the word that I Am Legend's mom uses with me. On opposite day. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I think they realized, oh, I have to put a Pokemon in the active. I think that's what they realized a little bit too late. Like, yeah, Shaman protects my bench, but my active isn't protected. So that's back-to-back games against Grimmsnarl where their MVP was Budew, and they did no more than 40 damage. So yes, Arboliva wrecks Grimmsnarl. Things almost went terribly. You're probably wondering, oh, this was a metal deck pilot. Why would you take a chance that they aren't playing the donk build? Because this is a rematch against an opponent. It wasn't a very exciting game, so the YouTube audience, I didn't want to subject you to a very boring game. I mean, I think I go for the... no, I just go for the Smoliv. Because it allows me to do things. Very, very articulate there, pilot. Thank you, yes. It allows me to do things. All right, so we put the darkness energy into the hand, put the energy on the Smoliv, and then I don't think this is a Maractus turn. I think, honestly, we just put the basic energy on the Snorunt, draw a few cards. Oh, goodness. And the reason I put the energy on the Snorunt is because we had the Night Stretcher. Like, I can Artisan for a Munkidori. They're going to Artisan for... okay. But what's crazy is that in our matchup, they didn't show me the Genesect or the Cramorant or the Relicanth. They basically just showed Duraludon and Rocky Helmet and Full Metal Lab, and that was it. So we were almost punished. Could have been quite bad. But as long as they can't put a tool on the Genesect, we're about to well, I mean, we're probably going to end up giving them more cards, which is kind of funny. Okay, they played with their balls to get a Pokemon that they could have grabbed with Artisan. Interesting strategy. Yeah, ironically, the unfair stamp might help them out more than anything else. Okay, because we have the Luminous, I'm going to keep the Snorunt where it is. I'm going to Artisan for a Funkidori, and then we're just going to try something interesting. We're going to go get a Munkidori. We don't need anything else. I guess worst case scenario, I just item lock them. And I can bring up... I mean, I guess we do. Let's see what the bug catching set gets us. Ooh, hello. Okay, that changes things ever so slightly. And then we go... Counter Catcher this guy. And we just wait. I've never had a bug catching set go that well. Be like, oh, you know the 2 cards you need? Yes. Well, here you go, buddy. Oh, thanks, bro. Okay, well, they got the energy. That's a little unfortunate, but we're fine because we got the unfair stamp. They're going to get the tool. Well, we don't really need the unfair stamp anymore. We're kind of out of that world. You know, we're out of that world. They're going to try and pull us back in, you know, but I still oil my feet with the best of them. They tried to pull me out, but I never pull out. Remember, trust your pilot never pulls out. All right, here. Oh, nope. Yep. There we go. And then, yeah, I guess we unfair stamp, right? But we can knock that out whenever. I'd rather just Iono. If we get the unfair stamp, at a later date, that's fine. But I want to really screw them over. What is going on? Why are we getting so lucky here? Okay. How do I do this properly where I don't screw up? Is there such a world where we can do that? Okay, so the Genesect and the Relicanth suck their own butts. That's always fun. All right, so let's just put 6 on each of these guys. We don't want to damage people too much. We want to play the slow game, I think, in this matchup. I may put myself in a situation where we get screwed over here. But I can always, retreat the Arboliva. We're not slow playing. We're playing conservatively. Okay. Now I have to make a very interesting decision. Maybe it's not that interesting. Maybe we just retreat. Right, I go for a Monkey Dory. We evolve into Dolliv. Hello, why is everything going so well for us? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand why this is going so well. Oh, Master, that's not where my input is. You don't want to put that in my input. All right, so we're just going to go for an energy search. We're going to get another Monkey Dory. Well, I mean, we did have some issues earlier. And then we're going to go for a Funky Dory. We're going to energy search for a Darkness Energy. Okay. Yep. Because I know for a fact that they cannot suck my butt as hard as they would want to. So I think I let them knock out the Arboliva. Right, and we just start prepping everybody else. And then we just go 1, 2, 3. Monkey Dory. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have the rescue board. We're going to burn the TM Evolution. And then I just go... I don't want to take any knockouts on the dudes. So I think we just go 1, 2, and then... set up the Cramorant. Because again, the Genesect and the Relicanth have abilities. I am going to have to knock out the active Archaludon at some point. But I'm not terribly concerned. I probably should be. And maybe I should have built up damage on the active one. But I want to put them in a very uncomfortable situation where they have to be like, oh, I basically have to attack with my active. I can't take a one-shot. And you're going to skip my Cramorant turns. And also Unfair Stamp. Alright, so we're going to go... Froslass. Again, I just want to put Monkey Dory damage on the Archaludon, and then we work on hitting their back row. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Just me doing math, no big deal. Trust your pilot doing hardcore math. Okay. Do I Maractus? Because then they take 6 to the face, and then I can, like, de-evolution and completely screw them over. And Video Game House, I think you may have just earned yourself a, hang on. Let's go for them. Let's be risky. Video Game House would want us to be risky. I will bug catching set, get a Shaman. And then we go attach to you. Retreat off the Darkness Energy. Yeah, we 100% risk it every time. You got to risk it for El Biscuit. And then we go 1. Oh, no. Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, yes, there we go. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to heal off this one. 1, 2. Now we're going to be fine. You have no idea how fine we're going to be. All right, we don't want to get rid of any of these cards. I think I evolve into Arboliva just so they don't accidentally just so they don't knock out my Dolliv. But Video Game House, I did have a chance to raid you the other day and I decided not to because you still haven't raided me. But let that be known to everybody watching this. If you give me money, I will forgive everything you've ever done to me that would be considered bad. And yeah, this is the downside to evolving into Archaludon against the Froslass deck, is Archaludon has an ability, and that's not good. Okay, Trust Your Pilot has to do the craziest math that he's ever done in his life. Actually, I don't really have to do any math. The Archaludon gets knocked out. Oh god, how do I do this? Okay. Hang on. the active one is knocked out with Devolution. This one is knocked out with... Okay, so yes, we're fine. We're fine. Actually, we're not fine because there's a Cramorant over there. Is there any way... Wait, I can screw this up, can't I? There's another Munkidori that we don't need. Okay. Can I just... No, I just knock out the active, right? We don't use de-evolution. We just knock out the active. Because again, it's not affected by weakness or resistance. So we go... Yeah, we monkey to the Archaludon. And then we're going to knock this dude out. I want to see... I'm curious to see if Rocky Helmet will activate multiple times. That will be pretty funny. And then they have that one. Okay. Yeah, I guess I should have done this differently. Well, no, it would have been the Cramorant is a problem, right? The Cramorant is the biggest issue. So let's go Oil Salvo. You know what? They don't have a bosses. They don't have a single boss's orders over there. I can guarantee you that much. There's no freaking boss's orders. I'm just going to be risky. You know, we don't need a YouTube video out of this. We're just going to hit them with the bosses. What are they going to do? Win the game? I think they do win the game, but this is funny. No, I'm acting like they have one prize card left. I'm acting like all they need to do is boss energy and win. And Juan, yeah, but we got to keep things interesting. You got to keep things interesting here. You know, you would be expecting me to do something. It's about viewer retention on YouTube. I see the stats. I see the numbers. I know they ain't got no bosses over there. Uh-oh. Well, that's fine. We have double de-evolution. We're going to get one of them back. I see. Totally fine. Very much, because you gotta do the fun thing. Okay? See, in your world, you do boring thing. In my world, we do fun thing. That's the difference between us. Is I'm an interesting person, and you don't raid me. You just give me money, which is actually probably better in the long run. Yeah, you do boring thing and win the game. I do fun thing and I extend games. Because remember, you have to ruin your opponent's hope. You have to break their hope. Because we already played against Rocco. We've already beaten Rocco. If we match up against Rocco again, they're going to have hope. Like, oh, at least I can salvage 1 out of 3. But no. Or like, well, I can, at least I can get 1 out of 2. No, we gotta do it. And Video Game House, I only watch the streams of people who raid me. Yeah, I went there. Oh, that's amazing. All right, so we just get the Snorunt, and then we go... We can do this multiple ways. I think I do go for the de-evolution, but I'm going to hit their active because I'm very interested to see if maybe we go to sudden death here. Yeah, I'll put a little bit of damage on the active Archaludon. I just want to see if we go to sudden death. If there's any chance of that happening, I want to see. For science, will Rocky Helmet activate 6 times? I knew it shouldn't. I knew based on the ruling it shouldn't have activated, but I wanted it to activate for sudden death shenanigans. But obviously PDCGL was like, oh, we'll break the game, but we won't break it in fun ways. We'll break it where the game just stops. Wait. What? How is Froslass the... this game. Ooh, this is annoying. Let's do this. Okay, we're gonna go Buddy-Buddy Poffin, and I mean, I guess I get the Devolution just to thin out the deck, and then we go, yeah, Snorunt, Smoliv. Definitely gonna Hyper Blower. And Cassidy, it should be on screen. If you're on PC, it should be on screen right now. All right, so there's, I guess I just put the Darkness Energy on the Snorunt so it can be my Retreater next turn. And then we go, yeah, we go Attach, TM Evolution. We don't need the De-Evolution, so we're just going to Grasping Draw for 7. That's actually really good. I mean, after last game, PDC Joe should be giving me all the best draws in the world. Though the fact that we have a Darkness Energy and no Monkey Dory is kind of bad. Do you even? And Miraidon Joltik box? Well, don't forget that you can't really look at Japanese results because Magneton is less powerful in Japan because of the Psyduck. You know, the Magneton and the Fortress EX were kind of friendly fire or just like collateral damage. Collateral is a great Tom Cruise movie. If you hover over the screen, the list should be there, shouldn't it? Oh, they got the stupid Prime Catcher. All right, so they're going to go for my Smoliv, most likely. Ooh, they're going for Snorunt. Okay. I mean, they do have 3 dudes with abilities, so yeah, they probably should do that. Oh my goodness. They don't realize I'm using the forbidden technique of triple Froslass. I did not put on my YouTuber voice at the start of this because I didn't think we'd be getting a YouTube game out of this, but we might be rewarded for having triple Frost. Okay, we might be rewarded for having triple Froslass here. It's very important that I do not put 2 prizers into play. It'd be great if I could top deck like a Fartazon or something. Oh, they're going to Hooters too? Because they're probably thinking, oh, this is a normal person with 2 Froslass in their deck. So if I knock out one and they prize the other, I never have to worry about that. Okay, we know what you're doing. Oh, just bumped the microphone. YouTube audience, that was for you. That was to wake you up because this will be the end of the video. And I know that people use my videos to fall asleep. And I mean, why wouldn't you? I'm just so exciting. Ooh, yeah. I just get you so excited. I got that Baymax booty. Okay, well, I mean, this is fine. I would much rather have a Monkey Dory. Let's get a Snorunt, baby. I don't even care how many Froslass are in the deck. There's 3. We have a Monkey Dory. We go get a Grass Energy. We attach it. And, I mean, I think I want to keep the bench spot open. I don't think it really matters. Oh, this is great. Okay, well, that didn't quite work. I could get an Arboliva, but that would go against everything I've ever said in my life. All right, so let's go Nest Ball for Monkey Dory and Baymax Booty damn straight. Get rid of that and that. We just go for a Dolliv. And we get Captain Dolliv. I don't think this is Super Rod territory. It might be. But I think I'm okay, right? I think I'll wait a turn on the Super Rod. We have double Monkey Dory potentially next turn. We potentially have a lot of things next turn, to be completely honest with you. The problem is that I can't knock out a Raging Bolt. So this is just a really bad matchup. I think I needed the Froslass a little bit faster. Like, I can do 40 damage. They do have to get rid of, what, 5 energy to knock out my Arboliva, and they don't have a lot. A lot of vagina. Thank you, Miss Vagina. Okay, that's an Austin Powers. If you've never seen the first Austin Powers, it's making fun of all the thing. Okay, so let's go here. And then we put a Froslass into play. Monkey Dory. I'm pretty sure we had everything, but I'm not taking that chance. You know, I know what I said last turn. We're not taking chances anymore. Okay, we have to remember, I cannot hit the Teal-masked Ogerpon. I'm not that dumb. We did have the energy. That's fine. Doesn't matter how we do this. We go that there. Darkness energy on you. And then I think I knock out the Hoot Hoot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knock out the Hoot Hoot. Yes, I know it activates Fezandipiti. But it just prevents them from being able to just go like, oh, I have everything I need now, and I win. I'm down both Budew. I'm down the Cleffa. So we 100% go into Smoliv. And then I can always retreat it if I need to. We're going to be... They're not going to take a jungle dump all over me. We're going to win. What are they going to do? Take 2 prizes here? What are they going to do? Use Nest Ball to go get a Raging Bolt or a Fezandipiti, and then Professor Sada after an Earthen Vessel? What are they going to do? Earthen Vessel away in energy, get 2 more, and then Area 0 to get more basics, and then Sada and do all the things and take a 1-hit KO, but lose all their energy in the process? I think we can still win this one. I don't think you understand how important I am to the PDC GL dev, right? If it wasn't for me, they wouldn't know everything wrong with their game. You know, they're actually super grateful. Oh my God. Okay, never mind. They hate me. They never want anyone to badmouth their game. Their game is perfect. I'm sorry. I take back everything negative I've ever said about this game. It's perfect. But we were going to lose this one anyways. And Lena... You've been packing? Ooh, you're going to Hooters. Okay, so they have to get rid of all of their energy. I'm going to Iono them. And they're going to be down to 2. Yeah, like they're out of energy. They've loaded up their bench, which maybe isn't the smartest things. Now the question is, I don't think we put the Artisan down, right? The Artisan does not go down because I want them to have as many options. Ooh, there's a Dolliv that we probably don't want. Let's go Nest Ball for nothing. That's okay. I mean, we just gotta... This Iono has to stick, right? I know they're going to draw 1 with the Mew, but there's no way this Iono doesn't just absolutely stick here. And we don't have a Darkness. Of course we don't. Of course we don't have a Darkness energy, but I can retreat into a Budew and item lock them. And then just try not to lose after that. Seems like a great strategy. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong with this strategy? And then we're going to heal this. Okay, so their 3 weakest ones are that I can actually hit are the Mew, the Fezandipiti, and then the Hoot Hoot. So then we just put it all on the Fezandipiti and then Itchy Pollen. And Lena, why wouldn't Raging Bolt survive the Mega set? It one-shots Megas. Right? Raging Bull, I think Roaring Moon EX gets better, but this is all assuming that Megas see play, and that's a big if. I think Mega Venusaur is probably the best of the 4 Megas revealed so far just because it has so much versatility. Especially with Wally's Compassion fully healing it. But like Mega Gardevoir is really only a deck on its own. They put Jamming Tower down, that's fine. And they use their... Do you remember what I said about how I'm going to Iono them to 2 and they're not going to have it like that? And then they had like the greatest card they could have gotten, which lets them take out the cards that are most likely to get knocked out. Get them bad. Unfortunately, you're not subbed and we don't allow bad word. This is a family-friendly channel. You know, if you're subbed, you're allowed to get 1 swear word a month. So we have to get rid of that. All right, so we have... I don't think we put Arboliva down. That seems like a bad idea. And then we go get the grass energy. So Night Stretcher for grass. Do I have what I need? I don't think I do, right? I don't think we have anything close to what I need. So we cannot risk it for the biscuit here. We just go... I mean, there's... Okay, I know what I said last turn, but they got what they needed last turn. They're not going to get what they need this turn, okay? Freaking guaranteed. Freaking guaranteed. I know them to 2 last time, and that didn't work. But this time, I can guarantee you it is going to work. Oh, it's absolutely going to work. Absolutely going to work. All right, so we bring up this guy, and then we just win the game. That's all it is. I have to do math to win, but that's going to be fine. I'm the smartest person you've ever known. When have I ever done you wrong? I've always done you the right way. Oh yeah, I always do you the right way. Okay, you know what? I'm going to practice what I preach. We're going for it. Okay, so we want to, like, what? Set up each of them and then just go... Yeah, we got this. We're going to take a full 6 prizes. And Mad Panda, I prefer the Froslass build. It's just, you know, I've had some bum luck. If you rub my bum, it's very lucky. It's just, we got really lucky, I think, with those other ones where we faced a lot of evolution decks and we never really faced Raging Bolt for whatever reason. My math looks random because it is. Because it does look random because it is. Oh my goodness. But what are they going to do? Attach to both of their ancients and then attach and Teal Mask Ogerpon and Area 0 and Latios and knock out my Arboliva? They're never going to do that. What do you mean they're going to get Area 0, Latios, and everything? God, that they're freaking going to do that. Okay, I'm going to Iono you 3 turns in a row. One of these times it's going to stick. Where are their owls? They got rid of them because they were 1 prize liabilities to put me back on even prizes. So they want me to go the hard way. Are you kidding? Okay, they have 5 energy, but that's okay because we're going to Iono them again. Okay, we're going to Iono you again. I'm going to... Okay, wait, do we have it? I don't think we have it, but I'm believing in the heart of the cards again. I mean, I could play it safe. I probably should play it safe, but this is what we do here. This is what we do. Danny, I don't know because I'm not paying attention. Okay, there's a stamp. There's a counter catcher, which we don't want. I mean, I could knock out this guy. Take 2 energy off of their board. But we don't want to do that. We got this. That would require math. We don't do math here. Okay, so I can get rid of... We're going to be 10 short on that guy. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can't open up bench space. That's very important that we don't do that. So we're going to take the damage off of this guy, put it over there. Okay. Do we either have it or we don't? Because remember, they're going to take 2 more damage between turns. So if I go 1, 2, 1, 1, yes? Oh no, we're going to be 1 short. Oh no. Okay, so we could knock out the Ursaluna and the Mew, but we can't knock out the Fezandipiti. So I think we set that guy up and we just say, I Iono'd you 3 turns in a row. There's no way you can do this. And then we just win next turn. Obviously, the smart play would have been retreating the Arboliva into the Budew and item locking them and not letting them do... Oh my god, not this crap again. They're going to get a Latios. They're going to draw with the Mew and then get Latios and then win. No, yeah, they're just gonna pass. Right, slow playing, they're just gonna pass. They don't have it like that. They're just gonna pass. It's still good. We're still good. There's no way they have the Latias. They're just gonna be like, oh, whoopsies, don't got it like that. Why are they waiting? Why are they? This concerns me. Either they rage quit or they're being a butt face. I think they rage quit, which is being a butt face. Because it's very, there we go. I mean, you would have gotten like 200 extra points if you just hit. It took more button presses to concede than to let me take the final 5 prizes and get more rewards at the end of the game. Seriously, they were probably just double checking to check the math, but it took more to go into the settings, hit concede, confirm concede, than it did to hit end turn, and I would have taken more prizes. Don't be Osuk. Don't be Osuk 3. Be cool. Be me. Be trust your pilot. Be one with the pilot and take your socks off.